What would you do if your own home became a place of fear? Imagine waking up to your furniture moving on its own, hearing voices that don't belong to anyone in your family, or seeing objects levitate right before your eyes. Would you brush it off? Or would you start to question everything you know? For one family in 1977, these questions weren't hypothetical. In the quiet town of Enfield, North London, the Hodgson family found themselves at the center of one of the most notorious hauntings ever recorded. What started as simple knocking sounds soon became something far more sinister. This is the story of the Enfield Poltergeist. It all began in August 1977. Peggy Hodgson, a single mother of 4, had no idea what was about to unfold when she moved into their council house at 284 Green Street. Life was normal, until her daughters, Janet and Margaret, began hearing strange knocks echoing through the walls. At first, it seemed harmless, just annoying noises. But soon the knocks weren't the only thing that went bump in the night. Furniture started moving on its own. Toys would fly across the room, seemingly launched by some unseen force. 11-year-old Janet, in particular, was at the center of this eerie activity. She would wake up to find herself being dragged from her bed as though something was pulling her with invisible hands. Desperate and terrified, Peggy reached out for help. The family's neighbors tried to assist, but what could anyone do? They weren't dealing with a leaking roof or a faulty electrical line. This was something far beyond the ordinary. As the phenomena worsened, Peggy called the police. What they witnessed left them equally baffled. Even the police couldn't explain it. One officer reported seeing a chair move across the floor without anyone touching it. With no rational answers, the family turned to the paranormal. Soon, 2 investigators from the Society for Psychical Research arrived, Maurice Gross and Guy Lyon Playfair. They weren't expecting much, but what they found inside the house would change their perspectives forever. Gross and Playfair began recording the activity, hoping to find a natural explanation. But what they captured was anything but ordinary. Marbles would dart through the air and never bounce as though propelled by some unseen force. Furniture would move. Doors would slam shut without warning. And then there was Janet. It was Janet who became the center of the most disturbing events. She started speaking in a deep, gravelly voice, one that didn't match her own. The voice claimed to be Bill Wilkins, a man who had died in the house years before. He described his death in chilling detail, saying, "I went blind, and then I died in the chair downstairs." The voice of Bill Wilkins wasn't the only evidence the investigators gathered. Over time, strange phenomena continued. Objects moving on their own, strange knocking sounds, and the feeling that the house was alive with something malevolent. But as the haunting gained attention, it also attracted skepticism. Was Janet faking it all for attention? Some skeptics thought so. Photos of her appearing to levitate were questioned. Was she being lifted by an unseen force? Or was she simply jumping? The debates raged on, with some calling it a hoax, and others insisting it was real. But for Maurice Gross and Guy Lyon Playfair, there was no doubt. They had seen things that defied explanation. They believed that what happened in the Hodgson house was real, a phenomenon beyond the realm of normal understanding. Whether it was paranormal or psychological, the events left a lasting mark on everyone involved. After 18 months of terror, the poltergeist activity finally subsided, leaving the Hodgson family to piece their lives back together. But the mystery of what really happened in that house has never been fully solved. The Enfield Poltergeist continues to be one of the most well-documented and debated hauntings to this day, inspiring books, documentaries, and even a Hollywood film. So, what do you think? Was the Enfield Poltergeist a genuine case of paranormal activity, or was it all just a clever trick? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.